Hey guys, me here once again with another book review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Dark Inside by Jeyn Roberts. I thought this was a very good book. It took me a couple of days to read though because I slowed down on my reading a bit. But it was really, really good and I really liked it. I rate an 8 out of 10. This will not be a spoilers review, so no need to worry. On to the synopsis. It's psycho out there. It's psycho out there. They're killing everyone. It's only a matter of time till they find us. An ancient evil has been unleashed, and it's turning friends into murderous strangers. For those who survived the brutal earthquakes and the first wave of the killing, the world is a different, deadlier place. Society has fallen apart. No one can be trusted. For 4 teens struggling to stay alive in a world determined to kill them, it means all they have is one another, if they can trust one another, and the hope that their future holds something greater is mere survival. Something greater than mere survival. Debut author Jeyn Roberts writes a riveting, apocalyptic novel about a world gone mad that will linger with readers long after they turn the last page. As far as I know, this is a duology. There's a second book to this. This is the first book. And it's apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic, because the world has gone into a whole disarray, and it's completely terrible. There's this thing in people's minds that changes them, and it makes them into murderous killers. The person, your mother today could be a killer and kill you in the few minutes, something like that. And it's the whole world's gone crazy. And so, these 4 teens, Mason, Michael, Clementine, and Aries, are trying to survive since they survived the earthquake. They're trying to survive and go to Vancouver on the West Coast. So, that's their ultimate goal. Well, Aries already lives in Vancouver, so she's been staying there for a while. The other 3, it's all of them live in different states all around America. Aries lives in Vancouver. Michael, I don't remember where the other 3 actually live, but they were states away from Vancouver and Seattle and Washington and all of them. So Clementine, one of the main characters, goes to Seattle to find her brother Heath after her parents were killed in one of the mass murderings of a town. She was able to escape, and she's headed to Seattle. On her way there, she meets Michael, another one of the main characters, who used to be in a group, but then the group died and he was the only survivor. They team up and head to Seattle. Mason, one of the other main characters, had his mom recently die in a car crash. And then he starts just to head west, because he just felt like it. And then he meets 2 people, Paul and Chickadee, and befriends them. And then they all started going to the West Coast. Aries is just staying in Vancouver with a group of her friends, well, sort of friends, and is just trying to survive. And she meets this guy Daniel who saves her when the earthquake happened. There were earthquakes happening all over the world, and one of the worst ones was in Vancouver and Seattle and along that West Coast. And so she and this guy Daniel helped her out of the bus because she was in the bus during the thing, and he helped her out and warned her about what was happening. A quote from the book is on the back here, and this is a conversation between Daniel and Aries. This is just on the back cover. And so she is holding up places, trying to survive with her friends. And then the book also actually goes from one point of view to another. Like the chapters, they will say like nothing Clementine, Mason, Michael, or Aries. And those are the points of views that it jumps towards. And there's a whole like 3 weeks time skip throughout the book too. Also, nothing, I have my suspicions who nothing is, but I can't be completely sure, and I'm not going to say. Because you can sort of foreshadow who you think nothing is in the book by like the end. Like the last chapter, you can try to like infer who it is, but it just doesn't outright tell you. And like all of them like come together, all 4 of them. Technically 5 you include Daniel, because he's sort of a main character too. So all of them like meet up together in Vancouver, and well, that's just how it ends. They just meet up in Vancouver and like decide to become a group all together, like all the ones that survived. There are those who you meet and who die, but I'm not going to say who. So that's all that really like happens in this book. I want to read the second book. I forget what it's called, but you can look it up. Anyway, I really want to read the second book, but I don't really think I'm going to get the chance to because I don't have it because I borrowed this from a friend of mine. Now, I have a lot of books, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books on my going to read list, like right now. So, all the books I'm going to read: Crescendo, Thirst Number 2, Thirst Number 3, Forest Born by Shannon Hale, Embers and Echoes, The Book Thief, Forbidden, and Until the End. These are all stacked up next to my bed on my nightstand. And so these are, well, my bedside table. The order that they're stacked in is the order I'm going to read. So the next book I'm going to read is Crescendo. I heard from my friends that they didn't like the second book of Hush Hush. It was like really slow and boring, and they just did not like it. So I'm going to try to get through it. If they didn't like it, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to really like it too much. So, best of luck to me. Anyway, that's all I really have to say. Again, 8 out of 10 for Dark Inside. I really did like this book, but I think it wasn't as good as Struck by, I forget, Jennifer something, who wrote Struck, which was an post-apocalyptic novel, which I thought was really good. I think that one was better than this one, but this one's pretty cool too. So I recommend this. So, if you actually have read this book, Dark Inside by Jeyn Roberts, and if you read like both of the books, leave a comment down below, tell me what you think. Favorite and like this video, and also subscribe up top. Until next time, you guys, bye!